people with exactly the same demographics, that if we were to treat them like the way we treat our customers would go in the exact same pot. But when we actually look at who they are as people, we go, whoa, they should be treated very, very differently. The peak and the end rule, basically what that means is, it's a theory that customers in an experience will remember the peak of the experience and the end of the experience. Now the peak can be the most positive part or the most negative part, and the end is, well, it's the end. Think about music with this. If you think about your favourite song, there's probably a part of the song, a particular part of the song that sticks in your mind, whether it be the intro or the chorus. A great example of this is The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. Anyone know that song? The ending of that song, pretty much everyone in the world knows, but a lot of people don't even know that that's actually just the end of a bigger song. So I think if you had to write the dictionary definition for customer experience, tell your partner what it is now. Go. Right. You can sit down. That was good. That was just an elaborate way of proving a relatively small point. Now, I didn't have to micromanage you there. I didn't have to give you targets around decibel creation and clap interval timings. All I said was clap together. I gave you a vision and I led by example, and you figured out the rest for yourself. Getting a vision and a mission that your company can get behind is probably one of the best gifts you can give to your employees. Now, mission is to connect people to what matters most. It's got nothing to do with flying planes. Very few people fly on planes because they really, really like flying on planes. The nice thing about this is that every single person in the organisation, whether they be cabin crew, whether they be a pilot, whether they be the person with those, like red glowy things, what are they called? Does anyone know what they're called? That do that thing. Whatever they are, know that the reason they come to work every single day isn't to serve people coffee, isn't to fly a plane, isn't to do that. It's to connect people to what matters most. And it's a very transformative thing to be able to give your employees that mission to get behind, to let them feel that they are contributing towards something bigger than themselves, to let them feel like they are a main character in the story. We are going to mess up from time to time, it's going to happen, individually and as companies, but it's how you put it right that matters, okay? So there are 4 ways in which companies tend to deal with things when they go wrong. I'm going to explain those 4 things in an analogy. It's an analogy that involves alcohol. You're going to spot a trend. Right. Let's say that you went into a bar, okay? And there's a guy there with 4 pints walking from you, bump into him, you spill the drinks. There are 4 ways in which you could go about, acting after that has happened. Number 1, which is what most companies do, is they go, keep walking and hope they don't find out. Hope they don't come after you. Which many times works. And you think, yes, I've gotten away with it. But the point of it is, people say, yeah, but we want to change our culture, we want our culture to be different. What we need to understand is that culture is a collection of behaviours. Behaviours are determined by our attitudes. If you want to change your culture, you need to change your attitudes.
Some very, very powerful messages. I love putting things right. I love creating a mission and a purpose that people can get behind. And I love being a rock star, just doing things differently.
The fact that it was interactive, you more or less got us engaged from the start.
And what you've done is you've put them in a very captivating, powerful way.
And then obviously when you started talking and giving backstories as well, that kind of like made us think about it properly. That last story at the end, I wanted to cry.
Probably the most powerful thing was the story about what happens when someone bumps into you in a bar, or the other way around. And I think that was actually a superb story, never heard it before, and it certainly makes me think, well, if I do something for my customer and I think, are they going to find out? I'll say, I ain't going to wait for them to find out, I'm going to let them know.
It's basically all about thinking about the customer journey again, and obviously your attitude and your behaviour, and how you more or less implement that into your service at the end of the day.
Rockstar.
Amazing.